Hey, welcome back, folks. This is Pat Gage and another video on our series of syndicating a deal step by step. This is video number part four, I should say, the correct exemption. This is what we'll cover today. But first, we got to go in that boring disclosure again. That's true, folks. This is not an offer to sell or solicitation of an offer to purchase an investment or security. That's number one. This information relates to possible real estate opportunities for qualified purchasers who have an established or an existing relationship with Pat Gage, that's me, and or of Block G Group. It's my company. The natural persons qualify as an investor by virtue of such pre-existing relationships and by proof of business experience, income, and net worth. Basically, what that means is, folks, please seek a professional. I'm not a broker. I'm not a realtor. I'm not a licensed CPA. I'm not a licensed anything. Uh, please consult a financial realtor, broker, lawyer, or whatever else you need to do before you do make any move. These videos are made for educational purposes only to give you a high level, 5,000 foot level of the topic that we're talking about. So let's talk about talk about the two exemptions that we're going to talk about today. There's two main exemptions in the real estate investing world or commercial real estate investing. There's five rules: Reg D 506B and Reg D rules 506C. And again, folks, this is going to be a very, very quick overview. This video in itself is only 10 minutes long. This is not going to go into any detail. This is just going to give you enough information to know where you want to go with your business and how you want to proceed. Okay, so why are these so popular? Well, they provide a safe haven, complete compliance with these regs means you're complied with the exemption. Okay, and again, like I talked about in the last video, going and doing a full-blown registration of your security with the SEC, that would take several $100,000 in many, many years. So we're looking for an exemption to those rules. And again, we're not launching a company here. We're not launching, a startup. That's what it is. So it provides a safe haven. And again, the two ones you need to understand and know for real estate is 506B as in boy and 506C as in cat. That's it, okay? And these basically exempt state law because these are on the federal level. Okay, now, not saying that you're going to have to fill out something from the state, which in my state I have to fill out a form D, as they call it, and just send it in. That's it. Boom, I'm done, and I can go down my route. But again, I just want you to know what the two are available to commercial real estate people. Now, which one do you use, right? 506B as in boy or 506C exemptions depend on one thing. Okay, and that's the biggest thing, folks, is because this was changed after the Frank Dodd Act, after the 208 crash. It's whether you plan to do general advertising or solicitation with your offering. That's the biggest pivot point right there. If you're just going to go and talk to friends and family and go that way, boom, you go into one. If you don't advertise, you go into the other, or you go into other if you're going to advertise and take out a full page Facebook ad. That's the difference. That's really what it is, folks. Now, which one to use, right? Which one do you want to use? Well, if you plan to advertise, 506C, as in cat, okay? Bottom line, very simple. People have to have a pre existing relationship with somebody. That's 506B, as in boy. All right, very simple, very plain. And again, I'm going 5,000 foot level here, folks, and I hope I'm not going too fast, but do more research on this. But this is just based to give you a real plain understanding of which one you at least need to guide your attorney to. Okay, now let's take a look at this. The figure below here kind of gives you a real summed up synopsis of what you should be doing. If you're advertising, again, 506B, you can unlimited raise, mean you can raise unlimited money and you can advertise. You can have up to 35 non-accredited investors are allowed, meaning people that don't meet the accreditation guidelines set out by the government. Yeah, no advertising, okay? No general solicitation. You can't take out a Facebook ad. You can't walk around, Monday night's hockey game and hand out flyers, okay? In general, need a pre-existing relationship with a prospective investor. Okay, that means that you know them for years, you grew up with them, you have a business relationship, or you're doing business with them now. No bad actor allowed, or syndicators, or 20% voting. This preempts state law, and then check the box verification okay. And again, there's companies out there that will do this verifications for you if you're going the advertising route. And again, your SEC attorney would probably know those, but you can do that and verify people being accredited and non-accredited. There's different forms you can fill out. We have a questionnaire here in the office that we go through with people, and we can kind of categorize them. And then let's take a look at 506C here. Is again an unlimited raise, accredited investors only. The advertising is allowed, and you can do general solicitation. So you can, again, you can advertise on your Facebook page. You can go and stand outside the hockey game and pass out flyers. But again, folks, I caution you. Again, it's like any kind of marketing. Okay, yes, you can take a shotgun in a crowd of people and you may hit 20, 30. But are those people really the people that will give you money? I mean, again, we're not talking $5,000 and $10,000. We're talking, and I'll talk about this in a later video. We're talking 20, 30, $50,000. So again, just because you can advertise doesn't mean, okay, cool, awesome, I'm going to put on my Facebook page. Well, 99% of those people on your Facebook page may not have the money, and may not, have be embarrassed to say I don't have the money to invest with you. So you got to kind of watch that. No pre-existing relationship with a prospective investor needed. Bad actors, exempt state law, and take reasonable steps to verify investors. So each one has their own idiosyncrasies, right, and how do you want to do it. And again, just because you go 506C doesn't mean that you should take out a Facebook ad or an ad in the newspaper. And again, you got to look at your demographics. You got to look at this. If you don't have a network set up, maybe 506C is something with a little bit of generosity, like targeting a certain percentage. But again, what I would do is, and this is a suggestion for you folks, is I would sit down and write down the groups that you're involved with. Just take a quiet 10 minutes, take out a pad of paper, and write down all the different groups of people that you know. People from work, people from church, people from your investment groups, from your RIAs, people you knew from other jobs, and write those down. And you may be surprised the fact that you have quite a few people that you could possibly, you already have a pre-existing relationship. These RIA groups, or your church, you've known those people for 10, 20 years. Another social group you belong with, or your buddies you go out to games with. Take a look at that first before you jump in and say, oh, okay, I got to advertise. Because again, advertising is expensive. And two, it's that shotgun approach of, yes, you can go on and put it in Facebook because registered at 506C, but the return on investment, and that's all we're about, return on investment, just like direct mail. 1% you're doing great, but again, you're gonna have to put out a lot of money. So just kind of an idea, suggestion. Well, folks, listen, I hope that this helped you at least a little bit to guide you. What I would suggest next, folks, is talk to a professional. Okay, talk to a professional SEC attorney, and sit down with them and say, listen, here's what I'm looking at doing. I know there's 506B, I know there's 506C. That way, it cuts down the price they charge you. Because once you say, well, tell me about these things, it's going to cost you an arm and a leg, right? But say, listen, I'm thinking of doing this. I'm thinking about doing this. Give me the pros and cons, and they'll be able to really detail it. And again, you need an SEC attorney that is either in your state or does business in your state and knows the state laws and the state exemptions. Because even though I'm in Michigan, I have an attorney here in Michigan, but he knows all the state laws where I'm investing in Georgia and Florida and the west side of Michigan, stuff like that. You need to have that. So you got to make sure you know where you're investing in, and two, if this lawyer is somebody that can help you with that. Now, again, that's what you need to do when you ask them. So talk to a professional, and you're on the go. But at least, hopefully, this video at least gave you an idea or a starting point of where you need to go, what you need to do, and which one you need to go after. Okay, I hope this helped. I hope this is at least a little bit informative. I know it's a quick video, but anyway. But let me tell you a little bit about what we're doing. What we're doing is we're buying properties all over the United States, multifamily as well as self-storage properties. Actually, we're buying in several states right now. We're looking at Georgia, we're looking at Florida, we're looking at the west side of Michigan, as well as over here in the southeastern side of Michigan. But again, the best way to kind of follow us and keep up with us and kind of see what's going on is sign up for our newsletter on our site. We do not spam you. We find it very hard to get out one newsletter a month because we're so busy. But just go ahead on our site there, opportunitycreator.com, and sign up for our newsletter. It's on the bottom part of the every page, and that'll give you ideas of what we working on, what are some of the projects we got going, and they kind of keep a tabs on us. And that's where we also, if we have opportunities that come available, we'll push that out to that list first as well. Okay, so please go sign up. No solicitation, no sales mart there. But what I like to do now is how can we help you? How can we give some assistance to you? Are you buying multifamily and or self-storage? Are you looking for a JV partner? Are you looking for somebody to take down a property with you, maybe go over the numbers with you, see if it's a good deal? Or are you just looking to get a big fat referral fee? We love paying those. If it fits our criteria in both bullet points here, we'll definitely team up with you. If you do, give me an email. There's my personal email. It's pat@opportunitycreator.com. Shoot me an email and we'll schedule a time to get on the phone and chit chat about what you got going. And again, we'd like to help you and see what's going on and see how we can benefit you and make maybe a great JV partner or give you a big fat referral check. All right, so now next steps is basically real simple, folks. Go and sign up for our newsletter. You can as well as email me, and then if you want to meet in person, and if you're in the area of southeastern Michigan, give me an email. We'll set something up, and we'd love to talk, and I'd love to share ideas with people in the industry, beginners, experience, whatever. It doesn't really matter. But listen, thank you very much for your time and effort, and I appreciate you. And look for our next video coming very, very soon. Thanks much, folks.